guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Dave and I create videos around running, shoe reviews and my life. And today is no different. I'm bringing another shoe review to your screens. Today I've got a very special shoe in for testing. Let's see what we got here. What can it be? Actually, you guys would already know because you've seen the thumbnail. But I've got with me the brand new Brooks Hyperion Elite 4s. Look at these things. And what I think is probably one of the best looking colorways, best looking aesthetic on the market for 2024 race day shoes at the moment. I absolutely love the colors and I just think the aesthetic of these are just so beautiful. Let me know what you think in the comments and if you agree. So I'm down at the track, as you can see. I'm gonna be taking the Brooks Hyperion Elite 4s for a test run, and I'm gonna be taking them through their paces in a threshold session on the track. All right, as a disclaimer guys, Brooks were nice enough to send me these shoes, but that doesn't mean that they have any influence on what I say in this first impressions review, and they definitely won't see this video before it's posted. So after this session on the track, I'm gonna give you guys an honest first impressions review. Now, I've already done 2 easy runs in these. Well, easy runs. It's actually just so funny and like running easy in carbon plated race day shoes. The effort is very minimal and the pace is just so high. It's actually pretty hilarious. Like I think I did my 8K easy run in these at like 4:25 pace. My usual easy day pace is like 4:45, 4:50s. And yeah, I was just cruising along at 4:25s in carbon. Yeah, it definitely looks better on Strava, but I just find it really funny that like easy running in a race day shoe. But you need to get Ks on these and you want to give them in the first impressions as soon as you get them. You just got to do what you got to do. But yeah, running easy in carbon plated shoes is a bit of a piss take, but it's fucking awesome. So for this morning's session, I reckon that we do some shorter, faster intervals, get the legs really ticking over, see what these bad boys are made of. And technically it is still speed season. So I'm just gonna go with that. All right, so the session that we got planned today is 10 by 400 meter intervals with 90 seconds standing recovery. All right, pretty simple pretty simple on paper, but I reckon it's gonna get pretty tough by about the 7th rep. These 400 meter reps, I'm not really gonna have a pace in mind. I'm just gonna do probably like an 8 out of 10 effort. All right, so just a good, tough effort, and then probably try to bring it home stronger as the reps go on. With those 90-second recoveries, like I said, they're just gonna be standing, so I'm just gonna be chilling out. I'm gonna do a nice easy jog warm-up, which I've got the Brooks Ghost Max. I'm gonna be repping today for my warm-up and my cool down. So yeah, I guess that's it. Let's just get into it, guys. 3K warm-up done. Get changed into the speed shoes now. Into the main event.
Okay, 2 reps done. That second rep is probably a bit hot. 69 seconds. Have I done myself dirty here? Probably. Whew. All right, 6 out of 10 reps done. I'll tell you what, these shoes, they're feeling really good at the faster paces. I'm sort of averaging around 306, 305 each 400 interval. And they're feeling so great. They're feeling really grippy, stable. Yeah, I'm a big fan so far. I'm liking them, really liking them. 4 more to go. Okay, last one. Oh, yep, that's tough. Shoes are great.
Okay, so I'm back from the track. It was another humid, tough morning, but honestly, it was such a good session. And these bad boys right here, I'm very impressed with. I'm very impressed with not only the colorway, but I'm impressed with the fits, the room in the toe box, and how well the grip held up on the track. That's the Nudgy College track exclusive colorway. So before I go into my first impressions, let's talk a little bit about the shoe. So the all new DNA Flash 2 foam actually delivers 10% more energy return and is lighter than its predecessor. I actually have the predecessor right here, and I can say it straight away, it is a much better improvement in pretty much every way than the number 2. Number 2, number 3. So it's got what they call a rapid roll rocker, which is designed to work with the carbon plates to actually propel you forward with each stride. Its weight is 221 grams, which I think is extremely competitive. They've made a pretty big update to the upper. It looks a lot more breathable, and it looks like there's a little bit more room in the toe box. And they've kept the ribbed laces, which was a big tick for me with the previous shoe. So how did the actual speed session go? I think it went pretty well. So the session was 10 by 400 meters with 90 seconds standing recovery in between. And then I just did around about a 3K warm up and 3K cool down. For the 400 meter intervals, I managed to average 72 to 75. Depending on which reps I was filming. Those ones were obviously going to be a little bit slower because it kind of throws you off carrying the GoPro. And then the quicker ones, obviously I didn't have anything in my hands. The quickest rep was 69. So a lot of the time I was kind of sitting around that 3 minutes to 3:05 to maybe even sometimes 3:10 per kilometer pace. And to be honest, they felt like an absolute dream. They felt responsive, they felt really grippy on the track. And I say this a lot, but one of the things that I really enjoyed about them was that there is enough room in the toe box that you can really move your toes while you're running, and it doesn't feel like they're cramped or squished and just beating up your toes. So that was one thing that I really enjoyed. I do think that the upper has improved, and I do think it is more breathable. I found that my feet definitely got less hot than if I was wearing the 3s. These didn't really seem to breathe at all. But as you can see on the new, they've got those big air holes, that big air pockets that they can just let air flow straight through, and it really helps to cool down your feet, especially when you're running 3-minute Ks. Ended up being an hour-long session. I ran 10.5 Ks. And that obviously doesn't include those 90-second recoveries. So it was about 4 kilometers of efforts and then about 6 kilometers of nice, easy jogging, which I think is a pretty good session. And it was definitely a good test for the Hyperion Elite 4s. Another thing to add that I like about the shoe is the width in the arch is really quite pleasant to run with. And with the gap on the bottom of the foam there, where you can see the speed board, or the speed vault, sorry, carbon plates, I didn't really seem to have any problems with things getting stuck in there. I was running on the track, but I even walked on some gravel leading up there, and I didn't have any like unstableness or anything getting caught in. So if I had to describe this shoe in a few words, I would say poppy, stable, and sexy. I feel like these shoes definitely come alive at about that sub 4:30 pace. For me anyway, when I was wearing them on my easy runs, I was running about 5-minute pace, and to be honest, they did feel a little bit weird, but I think that was maybe just wearing a new shoe and like you know how it takes like a little while just to sort of get used to a shoe and how to run in it. But then once I started picking up the pace and going more towards that 4:30 pace, 4:25, I found that the strides became a lot smoother, and it became a much more enjoyable experience to run in. So not to say that these aren't versatile and that you can't run easy in them, but these definitely shine at the faster paces, which I guess is what you would want from like a race day option anyway. So that being said, I've only ran 3 times in these, and I want to clock a fair few more miles in these, probably at least 100 miles before I give you guys a full honest review, just so I can gain more of an opinion on the shoe and make sure that I'm recommending the right things to you guys. These are a much needed improvement on the 3s, and they actually reduced the price by $30, which I think is a really smart move from Brooks. So now that these are actually at a pretty competitive price in regards to race day shoes, race day options, with all of the other brands. So yeah, a really good plan of attack. I think even though $350 is a lot of money, $380 is a lot more. So smart move, Brooks. I love what you guys have done here. Now, if you want to pick yourself up a pair of the Hyperion Elite 4s, you can jump on Brooks' websites. I would get in quick though, because I checked online this morning and there's a fair few sizes missing. My size is sold out, so jump on there ASAP if you're looking at getting some and secure yourself a pair. But that is going to conclude the first impressions of the Brooks Hyperion Elite 4s. Yeah, honestly can't wait to chuck some more Ks in these, really test them out. I want to take them on some trails, a little bit of everything, take them on one of my long runs, and then yeah, just see how it holds up. And let me know in the comments if you have them or if there's something that you've wanted to try and why. And make sure you give this video a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, just so you don't miss any of my future content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.